So, how do you hold on to your pain? Are you an active holder or a passive holder? John here out with Tor, walking through the woods again this morning. Great place to be. So how do you hold on? Well, the active holders typically are holding on out of anger or fear. A fearful holder is really scared of letting go because they think they will completely lose control and irretrievably break down. Obviously the fear is an illusion. When you actually let go of emotion, it's a bit like a wave breaking on a beach. It can look very impressive and very overpowering, but as soon as it breaks, it's gone, it's dissipated. The second type of holding on is the anger driven. And if you've watched the Capuchin Monkeys on YouTube, you'll know that we all hate unfairness. So if we've been on the receiving end of unfairness in any way, typically things like bullying, abuse of some kind, very often people want to hold on to the anger because they want their pound of flesh in return. They want revenge. The problem is, what they don't realise is that anger is actually hurting them, not the perpetrator. And very often when talking to people about these scenarios, actually the perpetrator didn't break the law. They didn't do anything sort of punishable by the courts or anything like that. Most of it's in the mind of the person concerned, and whatever wrong was done, they've probably forgotten about it a long time ago. So really the only thing you're doing by holding on to the anger is hurting yourself. So those are the two active ones. When we look at the passive holding on, generally that's to do with hurt or it's to do with sadness. And there the problem is slightly different. There it's actually or the danger is it becomes a comfort blanket, becomes familiar. And so what tends to happen is people don't want to take the opportunity to rise up and feel better because there's the fear of loss. They'd rather stay in an unhappy place which is familiar to them than regain some happiness, which is actually quite sad when you think about it. But actually for those who would like to let go, actually the problem is that they don't know how. And the how generally is really about what do you have to learn about the emotion you're holding on to be able to let go of it. It's a really, really simple process to let go. It's just most people don't know what it is. And I guess if all the therapists on the planet knew how to do it as well, they'd all be out of business because they'd have their clients for 5 minutes. So there's a lot of, in my view, there's a lot of bad stuff going on in terms of how we treat people and talk about things. We call it mental health and all this stuff. There's just the human condition and what happens to people. And then once something's happened, they really don't know how to deal with it after the event. It's looking like I'm a bit dark here, it's just overhanging trees. So that's really the little message today. Are you holding passively? Are you holding actively? If you're an active holder, the fear is an illusion, and in a way so is the anger. So let it go. If you're a passive holder because it's a comfort blanket, really ask yourself, what experiences do you want to have in your life that's going to make it better? And start to believe what I call the L'Oreal strategy, right? You're worth it. And then last of all, for those who are looking for the how, focus on the learnings. Focus on the learnings. And if you need help, obviously just PM me and I'll see what I can do. Okay, that's John out for now. See you next time. Bye.